But they say necessity is a mother of invention.
Yeah, sure.
So when you mention about that, I keep asking, the question that's running through is, what got you thinking about mara moja?
Yes.
Nini ilifanya? Because there has to be either an event that happened or a mess somewhere and you thought, no. And because you're in this spectrum, of course, one of the things you do is think of apps
Yes.
that will solve a solution,
Yes.
a problem. So I've been asking myself, nini Ronald ilimfanyia? Okay, you thought, no, this space, I have to cover it using this.
Yeah.
Or is it a problem that happened to you, to someone you know? There has to be a story behind this. This is not, it's not the conventional way of thinking. So there has to be something that sparked it up.
Exactly. So I'm not the visionary in this case. You know, in every story there is the visionary, and in tech stories there's the tech guy, and then there's the person who makes things happen. So in this case, I'm the person who makes things happen.
Okay.
So the visionary actually is one of our founders. He's called Jason. And it's true, the challenge that he faced was the issue of trust. Because when Mara Moja started, it was when this taxi thing was really new in this market. And it's like Uber, I think it was just starting. There was another taxi app which was called Easy Taxi, which was in this market. Yeah, I was part of it at that time. I was working for the competition at that time. So one thing that he discovered is that the problem in Nairobi, it was not, can I get a taxi? Because taxis used to be everywhere. On the cab side, everywhere. You move around the city, you'll find taxis everywhere. But at the same time, as much as taxis were everywhere, everyone had a taxi guy in their phone.
So
like everyone had a number.
It was important to have one.
Yes, it was important to have one. Why? You understand? So it's like what happened is with the evolution and the digitization that came, is a lot of these professional guys who used to do the taxi business were actually pushed aside, because now it became a gig economy, which is a good thing. But then I think things come full circle, in the sense that you find the way things used to be is the way that they'll actually become in future. So what we discovered is that as much as apps like us come and commoditize the market, we are saying the market still needs to be able to differentiate between different service providers. So in a gig economy like ours, we are a gig economy. You will compare it, for instance, I'd say with a barber. If for men, will you just like make a request and get a random barber?
It's hard.
Why? Why? Yeah, I'm sure you use the same guy that you are using for a very long time. It's a relationship.
You either have one or two.
Yeah, thank you.
That you keep.
Yes, and if you change and you're happy, you stick with that one, isn't it? And if you change, you're not happy, you say this is the last time.
You don't even go again.
Thank you. So we're also saying it's the same thing. Like if you look at the gig economy, and if you look at how everyone is serving option in the gig economy, it's like they treat the service providers as commodities, which means like they're standardized. But you know, for a commodity to be able to exist, it means someone had to come and strip it off of all the differentiation and create all the standards and rules, which we know actually no one has done in this market. And what commoditizing things do is they remove value on people who are willing to put. It's like you bring, it's called what? Communism or socialism. What's it called? The one that everyone gets equal.
That's communism, right?
Yes, everyone gets equal, but in a capital economy. In a capitalistic economy. What it does is, for the person who will invest more in order to improve your service, they actually discourage to invest more. Because in the long run, I'm going to earn the same as this next person. If you look at even the type of cars which are moving around right now as taxis, everyone is going for the one with the smallest one, the one that you feel like you're sitting on a bench, and fuel economy. You understand? They try to optimize things which you wouldn't want them to optimize.
But because the reason why you do that, my thinking,
yes,
correct me, is that I want a car that has 800 cc. There's one that actually, the other time I requested and I was given, I don't know the make.
Yeah.
But literally even the security is off.
Yes.
Apparently, I was informed on my side I didn't have an airbag. So
Thank you.
You die like a man.
Yes.
On this, and then, but the fuel consumption is amazing.
Yeah.
So this guy, you'll pay him 200, but the fuel will be a third of what it would have actually consumed.
Thank you.
Now, question is that also something you consider on your side?
Yeah, so you see, those are some of the key things that actually come out. That what you do is, by commoditizing this thing, is even a driver will not want to switch on the AC because they'll say it will consume more fuel. And I don't know if I'll see you again. Probably I'll only see you today. So the service levels also go down because, and that's why you even see drivers behave the way they behave.
There's no loyalty.
There's no loyalty, even to you as a customer. You know, you can not be loyal to a brand, but you need to be loyal to your customers, the people who actually pay. So what you're trying to do to say is that this problem is because these drivers don't have a relationship with you. If they can have a relationship with you, and actually this I think you know, it's like even for people who use our platform, what we've seen is there's a behavior that people actually have specific drivers that they use very regularly.
One of the things we've seen with the taxi hailing apps is when there's a crisis, like now the fuel crisis, they will always have a strike.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I've contracted you to take my son the entire term, and then that case comes up.
Yeah.
How do you solve such a miss? Because that is stress number one.
Yes.
Because like now I've seen, I think in the near future they're saying the fees are low, those are the other. So on your side, how do you sort that? Because it's a mess. When it's exclusive package, it means that I have the next 1 month I know you're doing my schedule.
Yeah.
Then your driver decide no, Mara Moja has to add that 5 shillings. So how do you sort that mess?
Yeah. So I think every company has its own way of solving these things. And it's more or less like their secret sauce. Some of them are open, so you wouldn't say it's so much of a secret. But for us, what we've done is we've actually done it very differently. Before, around a year or two ago, we used to have a driver's fund where like a certain percentage of each ride goes into that fund, and it's able to assist drivers when they face distress. What we've done is we've developed packages for our drivers. So we have quite a core group of drivers who are very professional, and in terms of outlook, they have a longer term outlook in the sense that they feel more secured working with the app like us. So yes, these packages that we've come up with, and these are not for every driver, but for drivers that we see like they've been able to achieve certain milestones. And the reason why we do this is so that we encourage drivers to have a different view about the business, to encourage more of them to start looking at the business in a more sustainable way. And even as an organization, we have a responsibility for them, and we take that responsibility very, very seriously. And that's why you'll find even when all this noise is happening, mostly you won't see our brand there unless there's a very clever person who just wants to add a brand for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
I have a question. You mentioned something about the gig economy.
Yeah.
Now, as taxi drivers, for them, gig economy means being on all the apps.
Yes.
So that, and they have 5 phones. So the phone that rings first is
Yes.
the one they pick.
Yeah.
So, are your drivers on other apps, or are they exclusively on your app? And what is this that draws them to your app specifically?
Yeah. So our drivers are actually on all apps that they actually want to join. And the reason is because we are not exclusive. We don't own them exclusively for a lot of reasons. Because you also don't want to limit the earning capacity of a driver or opportunities. So, but we have certain advantages that are inherent in and are structural in our design. Some of the inherent which actually bring out a virtuous cycle is that you as a customer, today you find a driver that you actually really love. Tomorrow you're 100% sure if you use Mara Moja, you'll find that driver. If you use any other app, you don't know if you'll find them. So once this thing starts happening, you find a virtuous cycle. And the virtuous cycle comes in the sense that you always find the drivers that you like, and the drivers also find you, know that you'll find them. And what happens is they start organizing their lives around serving you. So if they organize their lives around serving you, you actually get more value. And once you get more value, they also get more value on their side.
On the side.
Yeah, so it's like a virtuous cycle. That is the cycle that we always try to trigger. So what our job as an app is to trigger this, to start this, to create opportunities that will trigger people to come and meet. And once they meet, they develop this relationship. And we hope that this relationship will be a virtuous cycle, which will enable each party to actually get more value out of it.